doing?
Great, how are you?
Good. Same routine as always this off season, or have you switched it up in any way?
No, same. Kept it up, just kept improving everywhere.
Any things in particular you've been kind of focused in on after going through last season and seeing where you are, where you started, where you finished, anything you really kind of have emphasized?
Not really, no, just overall, there's improvements to be made at each facet of my game, and but most of the off season is just preparing myself for a long year and making sure that my body's going to be able to take on the load of 21 games. Just taking days off. I'd say I've been taking a little more time to like not forcing myself to push through the things, or I'm learning my body every year. I'm making small tweaks, but I'm improving speed, strength. My body comp is probably similar, but yeah, just taking those days when I need them, and not forcing myself to push through when it's May or April, or those months where if I push through something, it's kind of pointless at that point.
Is that something you've had trouble letting yourself do in the past?
Yeah, I don't take days off very much, and that's probably been the biggest change, is just knowing when to take the days off.
What's the hardest part about taking the day off? You get antsy?
Yeah, I just like to, I mean, it's my job, so, and working out makes me feel better overall. So, not going out in the morning and getting my run in and doing all the stuff that I like to do is, it kind of makes me anxious, so.
Is there a way you could find a happy balance with like active recovery?
Yeah, for sure, and that's kind of what it is, like doing a pool workout instead of a run, or taking a lift off and just hanging, so. But yeah, I've gotten better. Each year you tweak things, so.
You mentioned at the end of the year that you're gonna be patient with all this contract stuff, but obviously there's still some time here, but what's your confidence level that you'll be able to, get something done here before camp or right as it starts?
Pretty high. Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident about that.
Nick, what do you think about the addition of Hargrave, and how do you think that's gonna change the look you guys present on the defensive line?
I'm super excited. We've been watching tape on him the past few years in Philly, and I think every time we watch him, Chris raves about him, or would rave about him, and we think of him as one of the best interior guys in the league, especially rushing passer, and to have him on our side is going to be a huge addition for us.
Have you had a chance to work out with him or talk to him much in person yet?
Just met him, not too much, it's been a day, so just said hi, and that we're both excited to play next to each other.
Sal and John have both said that they felt like the D-line was still really good last year, but maybe not to the level of dominance that you guys had in 2019. Have you felt that too, and if so, in what ways?
Yeah, I mean, last year was kind of a revolving door interior with the injuries we had and not having Eric or Javon. So guys were coming in and playing snaps in games after being in here for a week, and that's just not ideal for our scheme. You really want to get an off season in with coach and really learn the nuances of playing interior, because I think playing interior is more difficult mentally and with our scheme than playing on the outside. So the fact that we have Kevin who continues to improve, we have T.Y. who's been here an extra year, and then Javon's looking great, Javon and Eric. I hope I'm not missing anybody. But it just seems like we have a lot more depth, and if we're able to rotate guys in and out, then we can play with the effort and physicality that we need to play with.
You just got a general sense of Steve Wilkes, what his impact might be generally for the defense and specifically for you?
I don't think it'll change much at all. I think he's going to make some good improvements in the back end, and I don't really need to worry about that as long as the quarterback holds it a little longer. So but yeah, from first impression, we talked yesterday for a good amount of time in the weight room, and yeah, I think it's gonna be very similar for me.
Do you remember where you were in March and what you were thinking, and how surprised you were when you found out the 49ers had signed Javon Hargrave?
You said, what was that feeling?
Yeah, I mean, that was a very long question I asked. Do you remember, were you surprised at all when
Yeah, I
the
was
team goes
surprised.
out and gets the top three?
Yeah, with all the talent we have on our team, to add another guy who's the top free agent. I shouldn't be surprised with our team, cause Kyle's always trying to improve, and, but yeah, I mean, to get the top guy and a guy that I feel like people give him his due, but people don't really know how good he is overall. Like, he's not talked about in that, he might be, I don't know, but I feel like he isn't quite talked about in the Aaron Donald top echelon Chris Jones, but I think he played like that last year and throughout his career, so it's him and Eric inside should be pretty fun.
And it's
Up
another
north.
day, but Drake Jackson, looks like he's put on some weight. What have you seen with him this practice you watched today?
Just moving really well, getting the scheme down, and he looks huge. So I think that'll be good for him, and the fact that he's still moving just as good. He's always looking great. Just movement is something you can't teach with him. So, but he just needs to keep going.
I'm sure you guys give yourselves a pretty harsh self-review at the end of the season, kind of assess how you did. Debo just told us I was awful last year. How would you assess your year last year, Defensive Player of the Year season?
It was a good year for me. Whenever I look back at tape, there's some games where I'm happy with, but there's a lot of snaps that I'm not, and a lot of games that I'm not, and I mean, that's just the NFL though. You're playing against really good players, and you're not gonna play every game like you want to and every snap like you want to, but yeah, looking back, I don't love looking at some of the games, but it was a pretty good year.
Yes, you said right after the season you were, it wasn't your goal to be the highest paid defensive player, you were the defensive player of the year. I mean, has that changed? Would you like to be paid as such?
I think I'll get what I deserve.
Just last one tip, when Debo's comment was brought up that he was awful, and that's just something that drives players at that level, and you're really tough on yourself sometimes when you obviously made a lot of plays last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think whenever you're at the top of your profession, if you're not looking to get better, then you're not gonna be the best for a while, for very long, so, it's good to look back and appreciate and have gratitude for, what you've accomplished, but, there's definitely a balance between getting complacent and giving yourself some credit, which I have trouble doing for myself, so I try to give myself credit, but also I don't wanna take away that competitive drive, cause that's why I'm here.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.